Hello everyone, this video is me feeding all of my animals. So we first start off with the dogs. I'm starting with this can of Wholehearted wet food. This is the chicken and beef flavor, and I'm just gonna open it up and divide it as evenly as possible between the two bowls. I have two German Shepherds. You can see Nile right there. He is 9. He is our family dog. And then we have Lita, who is 5, and she's our foster dog. So I'm just grabbing my spoon and dividing it as evenly as possible so that no one feels like they're the favorite, because I know they don't know that, but I know that. So this is what we're starting with. These are really cheap and a simple, easy one to start off with if you're looking to start raw feeding your dog or feeding them more wet foods. But I really like this brand, and it's at Petco, and it's cheap, but it is still a good brand. So they only get about half a can. I save the rest for the next day. And then we're getting the Wholehearted fresh recipes. They don't get too much of this because this dog food already has a lot of vegetables in it, and the same vegetables, and not the vegetables are bad, but they just don't need a whole lot because it's basically the same thing. But I like to add it in there because it gives variety in the texture. And again, Wholehearted, good brand. So just dividing this up again, not giving them a ton, but still a little bit. And then next, we're gonna go in with this. I found it at TJ Maxx for like $1.49 each, and the ingredients look good, so I decided to try it. I've never tried this before. I think this is the salmon flavor. I'm just squirting it on top of their food. And then I think next is the meal toppers. I try to get as much raw things that I can, but it is a little bit more difficult. But these are the Stella and Chewy meal mixers. They get like 2 of these. They're freeze dried or air dried, I'm not sure. This one's the chicken flavor. I decide what flavor we're gonna go with each week. It's either turkey, beef, or chicken, and this week was chicken. So next is the Instinct Raw meal toppers. I haven't tried these are new, but these were very frozen and I couldn't thaw them fast enough, so I did give them to them, but just not in this video because I had to wait for them to thaw. So next is the cats, and they get this Warna, I think that's how you say it, cat food. It's a really good brand. It is on the pricier side. It's like $2.59 a can, but it is a really good brand. And this is, I think, the chicken flavor. I'm just dividing the rest of this can up. They had the other half yesterday, so they get the rest today, but it wasn't enough, so I did add some more. So yeah, I just chop it up into bites because they don't like it when it's like a big chunk. So I divide it up for them in these plates. They're from Dollar Tree. The blue one is not from Dollar Tree, but it's basically the same thing at Dollar Tree. So yeah, and it was cheaper. So check Dollar Tree, guys. They have some real gems. But yeah, I also just divide that up evenly. And then I'm going to get some Fancy Feast. Fancy Feast actually isn't as bad as people say. There is this one girl on TikTok who I follow who teaches me about this stuff, and I will put her username up on the screen so you can go follow her. She's good at cat nutrition, and this is where I learned these budget-friendly tips and tricks from. So I'm just adding some Fancy Feast because the rest of the can wasn't enough, so they're getting a little bit more. And this one, it was the beef flavor, I think. So yeah, this is what they're getting. I have 3 cats: Chicky, Ginger, Domino. Domino's 11, I think. She's old, and Ginger's like 3 and Chicky's like 5. Chicky and Ginger are mother and son, and this is what they're getting. So yeah, Next is the stray cats that have found their way to my door. We have lots of barn cats, but these cats, they are not allowed in the barn by the other cats. I think they were dumped and they found their way here. So I am feeding them Friskies. Friskies is also not that bad, but they do get a little bit more of the cheaper stuff. They get a lot because they are skinny, and I try to give them the juice because they need hydration. But they do get a lot more than the other cats because they are underweight and they need it. They're not allowed in the barn where the cat food is, so I have to feed them wet food, which is totally fine. But yeah, this is what I feed them. I got this double plate thing from Fleet Farm and it works great. I just mush it up and this is how much they get. Next is Apollo, my mini pig. He is 3. If you want me to do a more in-depth video on what I feed him, I will, and how to feed your mini pig and how much, because it's a lot, but I have mastered it by now. So he's getting some zucchini from my garden. And then I'm going to make him a smoothie. You see on the side, he's got zucchini and tomatoes. He hates tomatoes, so that's why I'm blending them up so that he doesn't know that he's eating tomatoes. I think it's a great strategy. So yeah, he doesn't know if they're blended up. So he's getting tomatoes and zucchini in this smoothie as his fruit. You can do this with pretty much anything. He doesn't care what it tastes like. He will eat it. And if you need something to do with your leftovers, put them in a smoothie, because I guarantee you your pig will like it. Then I put water in it and a splash of milk. Yes, pigs can digest dairy. They are not like dogs and cats. And then I put in some blueberries for his fruit. I tried giving Niall one, but I don't think he liked them. So yeah, I gave him some blueberries for his fruit. And then I give him some coconut oil. This is good for a lot of things. It's mostly good for his dry skin. He's bald right now. He's so cute when he's bald, but he shed it and he's bald, so this will help out his skin. I also give him some honey because honey is good and it tastes good, and I'm a good, nice pig mom, so he gets some honey too. You can add in a lot of different things, make a lot of different combinations, and just make it into a smoothie, and they love it. So that's what I really love about these smoothies, and they keep them hydrated, especially in the summer. It is great. But yeah, he doesn't get a smoothie all the time, but he does get it every once in a while. So now we are going to blend. And it makes a really gross color, you're going to see. But you know what? Paul's a pig, and he does not care. He just wants food. He's probably screaming in the background. You just can't hear him. But I sure can. So there it goes, getting blended up. It's looking real yummy. It didn't blend very good. There's still a lot of seeds in it, but again, he doesn't care. And since there's a lot of stuff in here, he doesn't get all of it because that'd be a lot all at once. So he does just get half, and I feed him the second half the next day. So I'm pouring that on his zucchini, and he also gets this with pig food. So do not worry, this is not all he gets. He just gets this with his pig food, because otherwise he screams a lot. But anyways, that's what I feed my animals. Thank you for watching.